Young in the Restless spoilers reveal Jack Abbott walks out of his office with heavy thoughts after a tense conversation with Billy. Billy, his beloved and protective brother, is preparing to enter the biggest battle of his life against Victor Newman, one of the most formidable opponents anyone in the business world has to fear. Jack knows how dangerous it is to face Victor. Victor is not only a skilled strategist but also someone who never hesitates to use any means to achieve his goals. Jack knows that Billy has mentally prepared for this confrontation, but he cannot hide his fear of the damage Victor can cause to Billy. However, Jack also realizes that in a crisis, there is always an opportunity. While Victor is focused on dealing with the Abbott-Chancellor war, this could be a good time for Jack and Diane to put their own plans into action. They had always wanted to pull Kyle out of Victor's dangerous web, and now the opportunity was before them. In the Abbott mansion, Diane sat listening to Jack recount his conversation with Billy. Her eyes were filled with worry, but also determination. "Jack, we can't let Victor drag Kyle into his vortex. He can't be stuck between two powerful forces like this forever," Diane said. Jack nodded. He understood. They had discussed how to protect Kyle from Victor many times, but never had there been such a clear opportunity. Jack and Diane agreed that they needed to act before Victor had time to return and focus on the Abbotts. Their strategy meeting on Wednesday would be the decisive moment. They needed to seize this opportunity to pull Kyle out of Victor's reach, before it was too late. Meanwhile, Victor was facing other troubles. Kyle and Audra, two people Victor had warned many times, were now criticizing each other for their recent dirty tricks. Both wanted to assert their positions, but that only made the situation worse. Victor was not happy about this scene. He had warned before that Kyle and Audra were to work together, not compete with each other like this. "If you two can't coordinate and solve the problem, then you both have to go," Victor said coldly, but with authority. Kyle tried to explain, but Victor was running out of patience. He knew that any disagreement between Audra and Kyle would only harm his grand plan. Victor needed them to work as a team, but if they continued to fight, Victor would not hesitate to eliminate them both from the game. Meanwhile, Daniel had just received some shocking news. After what he had experienced with Heather, he hoped that everything would work out. But instead, he receives another text message from her phone, presumably from Sharon. In the message, Heather announces that their relationship is over. Daniel can't believe his eyes. His emotions are all bottled up, and he doesn't know how to deal with this. Sharon, in her cruel plan, hopes that making Daniel believe that Heather has broken up with him will be enough to make him drop everything and leave town. If Daniel believes that Heather has truly dumped him, he may have no reason to stay. This is all part of Sharon's plan to eliminate Daniel's presence and keep things the way she wants. However, this leaves Daniel with a deep pain. Not only is he heartbroken over Heather's departure, but he is also worried about how to talk to Lucy. She has been in a state of panic since Heather's sudden disappearance. Daniel doesn't know how to explain, or what he can say to ease Lucy's worries. Things seem to be spiraling out of control for Daniel, and he feels more helpless than ever. As Wednesday approaches, Jack and Diane prepare for their strategy meeting, and Daniel faces a new heartbreak. Meanwhile, Victor remains determined to keep things under control, and the internal conflicts between Kyle and Audra continue to escalate. Things are coming to a head, and the decisions that lie ahead will change everyone's lives. These developments will surely open a new chain of events, where each character will have to struggle with their choices, as well as face consequences they didn't expect. Jack and Diane may have the opportunity to take action against Victor, but whether they will succeed remains to be seen. And what will Daniel do to deal with the loss and panic that surrounds him? Stay tuned for more episodes to discover the fates of the characters on The Young and the Restless.